So looking at his adolescence, Little had a lot of problems. His father wasn't in the picture, and his mother was very into drugs. Had a big drug problem, which was a reflective of the time period and I would say society that was in place at the time, where there wasn't a lot of value placed on solving the drug problem in more lower income neighborhoods. So he was definitely affected by that from a young age. Um, his mother wasn't the most responsible mother, so it definitely affected how he was growing up and how he was being watched over. Resulted in him running away, getting abandoned practically by the mother, not wanting to live with her, um, and finding comfort from the local drug leader, Lord, who controlled his neighborhood and his area, who was named Juan, with his wife Teresa. Found a home with them, very comforted by them. Found a father figure in Juan that he had never had before, so it was a close bond with him in a relationship. He felt very comfortable with them, and they provided a safe space, food, clean sheets, and they listened to him, which was something he hadn't been used to. Which is this would go under being one of the first things that allowed him to have this little window of opportunity in self-discovery, which a lot of kids I feel like maybe might not have the chance to do, especially coming in the certain situation that Little comes from. He has that opportunity, or he has a little opportunity to reflect and think about the kind of person he wants to become through being taken care of by Juan and Teresa. The second stage, I'm sorry, I actually did want to get a quote in here from the New Yorker, where it describes the tidy, airy house where Juan lives with his girlfriend, Teresa, becomes an oasis of domestic stability, a place with hot meals, clean sheets, and easy conversation. Again, reiterating the point of finding comfort and stability allows the mind to discover what they really want out of life and what kind of things you choose to become and the kind of things you choose to mold yourself around. Um, big moment in Little's life. Skipping ahead to his youth and his high school days, where he becomes um, sexually confused. He was always under the impression that straightness, heterosexuality was the norm in his society, which it was seen as the more obvious choice given everyone's stigma towards what a homosexual was in their community and just placement in time. Religion's obviously a factor in this, but this discovery of finding his sexuality really becomes present in the second stage of his life when he becomes closer to his friend, childhood friend Kevin, um, in a almost romantic kind of way that he didn't understand yet, but he eventually is understanding now and is understanding what his true feelings were. And it's a very powerful moment in the film. And I think this has a lot to do with the term we described in class as heteronormativity. It's kind of what society sees as the norm in a certain given time period, I guess you would say also. Um, it's just doing things that remind you of your heteronormativity, your heterosexuality, reminding people that you're straight, putting on a front, as they kind of say, like a personality that reiterates your straightness or will confirm to the world and the society around you this guy is straight or this girl is straight. Whether it's the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you act, it's all a reflection of how you grew up and what you grew up around, and if you were given those opportunities to self-discover yourself or not. And and then finally we hit home in the third stage where there is an almost complete denial of who Chiron is as a person. He practically makes a complete 180 into a different mold, a different personality of a man. He begins to start to deal. Um, he gets the nice car. He's got the do rag, chiseled, tough guy look. That's going to, I mean, it's going to really affirm what you think about him or who you think about him. He's definitely trying to send a message with the kind of things he's doing. But it comes full circle when he runs into his childhood best friend Kevin again and he goes searching for him. He has a life discovery moment of almost symbolically, he's done running from what he's been trying to hide his whole life and what he's been trying to keep under wraps. And it's a beautiful moment in the film. But not only is it beautiful in the film, but it's a beautiful life lesson to anyone watching who ever might feel like they've been trying to hide from something or someone um, that they could be, that it's not worth running anymore. Um, Not all of us were fortunate to have maybe the windows or opportunities that Chiron had a little glimpse of throughout his childhood. Not to say his childhood was fortunate in any means, because he struggled tremendously more than most child should. But there are moments that allow you to reflect and that allow you to discover what you want to be. And we have to take advantage of knowing those moments and realizing when we are in them, even if we are in our youth, um, because it really can affect the kind of people we become later on in this life. So that was the film review for Moonlight. Thank you.